Wish I had yum sauce.
All right, we are here for episode 10 of Hammered in Cheese, everyone. Welcome. We thought the best thing to do on our 10th episode is to throw down because what's life without a little violence? So it was my co-host, Cole, Sniffing Glue 22, for those who haven't subscribed, to do shrimp fried rice. Now, I believe that we're going to get a lot of hate for this, and I am here for it. So get fucked.
So the reason why we're not going to get a lot of hate, or it's undeserved if we do, is for two reasons. Do you know your wife is Chinese?
That's
And
true.
that's not like, oh, that's racist. No, she's actually Chinese. Okay, she's legitimately Chinese.
Yeah.
Number two, I was a sous chef in a Thai food restaurant. So fuck the haters.
Listen. If this is edible by the end, what are you hating on? You're hating on eating food? That's ridiculous.
My favorite thing I make. So I don't want to hear it.
Listen, one of my favorite things is when Gordon Ramsay went and made pad thai with the pad thai master, and the guy has that face like he eats it. He's like, "What do you think?" He's like, "What do you want to know?" He's like, "Is it good?" No. He's like, "Holy shit!"
I don't like pad thai though. That was one of our the place I worked at was like our most sold dish, obviously, Thai food restaurant. I don't like pad thai. I'm not a fan.
Listen, I will cover pad thai with peanuts because I'm just like, I feel like a lot of foods are just delivery systems for peanuts because I feel like my superiority is generated by the fact that I can eat peanuts and some of you can't. That's just factual. If you can't handle that,
I don't like nuts. They taste like cardboard.
Whatever. If you see Cole, he loves nuts. Okay, he loves nuts. Just
no, I like handing them out.
All right.
My nut is free.
His nut is free. Just so the ladies know, it's free. Okay.
Or men. 2023. We don't judge.
That is fair. That is a fair compliment. Some people just need to know. Also, if you're going to share this, please tag Uncle Roger, which is Nigel King, because he criticizes people cooking all the time, especially fried rice. And let's get this going. Why not? Let's mess with people.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, where do we start, Cole?
So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make our little broth, right? So we're gonna hit it with some chicken broth.
Chicken broth. All right. A significant pouring of chicken broth, just so people.
However much you want to do, this is gonna kind of turn into a bit of a miso soup as a bit of a snack to begin with. So we got that. A lot of people like to use basic ginger. I'm just gonna use ginger ale. Fuck it.
I feel like we've started on a point where there's no return, and I'm here for it. We're
already going Americanized.
We have already,
or in Dino's case, Canadized. That's what's crazy is y'all don't have a verb. Everything it's so Americanized. That's how you know Canada is just like skating by because they don't have their own verb yet.
Well, we give everyone the trees, right? So, and we're the ones that are stopping pollution with our magical trees. So,
are you?
Immediately, my Chinese wife is like, "Why is there ginger ale for shrimp fried rice?" Well, we're gonna find out. And next is white vinegar.
Ever so gentle, just a tiny bit of that.
Just a bit of white vinegar.
Just a little bit of soy sauce.
A little bit of soy sauce, fine. So far, we have chicken stock. We have ginger ale, some vegetable oil, white vinegar, some soy sauce, a little bit of vegetable oil. Wonderful.
Take my garlic.
And garlic. Listen, and as we know, if the recipe calls for a little bit of garlic, put lots. You know why? It's good for you.
My lemon juice. Now, this is my own take on it, I will say.
Well, listen, and who else to show us how to make shrimp fried rice than an American man who is a avid lover of activities.
I
What was
fucking
that?
love Chinese food. This is oyster sauce.
All right.
A little bit of that, a little bit of this. Um, Next thing we're gonna do is take our mushrooms. I get them pre-chopped. You can do really whatever you want.
That's fair.
I don't mind spending the extra like 30 cents or whatever to have them pre-chopped.
And as Cole showed, you can just use your fingers to dunk those mushrooms into the sauce.
I wash my hands. I'll throw my vegetables in there.
And my wife has already added Mr. Nigel, hey, please help, LOL. Because, well, let's be honest. And then frozen vegetables. Just mix it up with your hands. There you go, people. Don't worry about it. It just adds some extra flavor.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and put that on and warm it up. Get it going ready.
All right.
I'm gonna chop up an onion to throw in there as well.
So my wife says, "Are you making a soup?" Yes. There. Well, what are you making? What was that you put together? Was that a soup?
It's more a broth for our shrimp for later, and really all our vegetables. Get it all kind of cooked and ready
All
for the
right.
fried rice.
Now we are cutting up an onion. Kind of.
Feel that
That outer skin, that dirty, hard skin. Yep.
that paper off, you know.
The ladies don't love it. That's for sure.
Right. All right. So that's kind of like how they do it in the Thai restaurants. Cut it into quarters like that, and then throw it right in that pot.
Fair enough. All right. And once again, there you go. A knife to stir. That's absolutely fantastic. That's how you do it. That is classic Thai cooking, people.
Cheap.
I mean, there are ways to do this, right? And technically, if it ends up stirred, it's not wrong.
Next thing we're gonna do is take a little bit more of that chicken broth
All right.
and get our rice going. Yeah.
Right.
Chicken broth.
And make sure you wash the rice, people.
Wash the rice.
Have you already washed your rice, Cole?
No, why would I do that? You're all right. I totally forgot. I'm gonna do that right now.
Please do. Please do. I listen. We may do things wrong, but let's not do them horribly wrong. Let's always watch people.
Now, I'm with you on it. Wash your rice. Otherwise, it's gonna come out weird.
It will.
I just forgot because I've been drinking. So that's it. We'll blame it on drinking.
Listen, between the two of us, we have like 3 brain cells, so we'll figure this out. It only makes sense since we are really we're just trying to eat here. That's the whole idea.
Right.
All right, because after all is said and done, we want to make sure it's edible and no one dies. Those are the 2 keys to doing that. All right, so we put some chicken broth, and I'm gonna bring you a rice cooker next time I come down. Okay. Just a nice, simple rice cooker, and we're going to have a good time.
What's the fun in that?
Well, it will change your life. It will change your life, sir. Also, I saw a recipe where you can make a pancake in a rice cooker. Is it just raw rice? It is. It has been washed, Victoria, but yes.
There you go. The way I cook rice is you just want like the water barely over the rice.
It's this much. This is the roll, people. In case you didn't know, your knuckle. This mark right here, that is how much water above the rice you need. It's the first knuckle. Bloop. That's how you know.
Exactly. I'm gonna go put that on high because we're just boiling it for the most part.
I know we're cooking, people, but right now I am out of my element, and well, it'll be interesting, that's for sure. All right.
You kind of season it however you want. I'm gonna throw a little soy sauce in there just to add flavor, and then it should be mostly good right there.
Just so everyone knows, this is our 10th episode, and we will probably be strung up by our toenails afterward for how we're doing this.
Y'all gonna have to find me first.
Hey, don't stir the rice. The best. Yeah, also, too, that's a good point. Victoria says best fried rice comes from day-old rice. That is also true.
I will agree with you there, but
Yeah, don't stir the rice. Just let it hang out. Let us do its thing.
yeah, I was making sure it wasn't sticking.
Well, listen, you can do that, or I'm going to bring you a rice cooker and you'll be fine. It's great. Now we're just looking at a pot and Cole's crotch. Luckily, he has an apron on, so we're good. Perfect.
So now we just gotta let all that kind of do its thing before we get to the fun part.
So Victoria
Did you-
did use chicken broth and a few other things in that, and then added some water on top. I'm not sure how much, but an amount. So perfect.
Me neither. I don't know.
Well, he's already in the bag, people. So we're just hoping no one dies.
I don't know. Did you see Loki, the finale?
I did, and I loved it.
That shit was wild, bro.
Tom Hiddleston is a great actor. Like that's number one. And Jonathan Majors, honestly, I'm okay with the domestic violence. He's a great actor too.
I mean, sometimes you just, sometimes you just gotta do it, like.
Jonathan Majors actually got acquitted, I believe, but also the person who accused him has now been charged. So
with something else. She beat up a different guy.
Yeah. Well, listen, I feel like if you want equality, we need equality of consequences too, people. So
I agree.
Let's just start there.
I agree.
If
the world is changing.
Hey, the world is changing, and only women are to blame. So that's it. That's just how we're going to do things. You are already shifting, aren't you?
Meanwhile, we're on a cooking show, like knowing damn well that the majority of our watchers are women.
Well, listen, that's why they love us. Okay, I'm just going to get screamed at later by my wife. It's fine. She loves me.
I'm so glad I'm single.
See, that's...
No, I'm not. I'm alone. I'm so alone.
Yeah. See, there's two sides to that. Is people are like, I don't want to have to deal with other people, but also if I dealt with the right person, that'd be great. So, I get it. It's a real thing.
But I'm a lot.
You are. That is 100% accurate, sir. You are a lot. And look, but nobody is a little. Nobody gets into a relationship because like, you know what? I just need a little bit of relationship. No, but you have to get through that barrier, right? Things aren't always perfect, and you have to work together and grow and do things. But the fact is that sometimes some people are just horrible human beings. So what are you going to do? Right? So what are you drinking today to go with your shrimp fried rice?
I have a whiskey and Coke.
Whiskey and Coke.
Whiskey. I'm not doing sake.
Actually, you know what? I have. I was drinking one night sake and soju, and soju is like Korean vodka, let's call it, and so it's a lot stronger. And sake is obviously Japanese, and just mixing the two of them because I'm a degenerate, and I'll tell you, it does the job. But yeah, I just stopped drinking like that in general. I had a couple beers on the weekend, and that was a unique experience. I'll tell you that much, because I haven't been drinking. Like, I've had like a beer or a glass of wine, so it was enjoyable. But at the same time, we did.
I don't get the one drink philosophy.
Listen, I sometimes, but at the same time, it's you just sometimes it's not. I was eating it with the dinner, and then I'm just gonna have water, Southern Comfort and Coke. I tell you, that is a great drink. All right.
A lot of people hate Southern Comfort. I love it.
You know what? If you don't like Southern Comfort, you're the problem. It's that simple.
There's a lot of people who are problems.
Well, Jesus said it first, my friend. That's just how that works.
It's peach whiskey. How can you go wrong?
I don't know if it's peach whiskey, but it is whiskey.
It is peach whiskey.
Is it peach Southern Comfort?
No, it's just peach. It's peach flavored.
Yeah.
It's like fermented peach or whatever. I don't know. It's on there somewhere. I looked it up one time.
I am still fighting off a cough because I've been smoking because I'm a fucking legend. So I'm still taking Fisherman's Friend and stuff. I know, you know what? Like I quit smoking and then I started working with a bunch of smokers, so I was smoking and now I got to quit all over again, which is extremely aggravating.
I mean, you're not gonna get no hate from me. I just smoked a whole ass stogie.
I know. I saw your Facebook post, you degenerate.
I smoked it in like an hour. Like, what the fuck?
It's, you know what though? Like I remember going to a barbecue years ago, and a guy was like, "Hey, I got stogies," and I was like, "Cool, I'll have a stogie." And he gave one. It was this fucking long, and and it was like also like an inch and a half in diameter, which like it's substantial.
You're like,
bro, I was smoking that thing, and also at the time I was driving a Buick LeSabre, which I was like, on my way home, I still had like this much. So I have that. I'm driving one hand, and I'm like, I feel like Tony Soprano right now. Like this is
like the beginning intro.
Yeah, bro. Just woke up this morning, and I was like, it was great. It was a great
You
experience.
kind of look like him too. So
Especially now, right? I have my little island of superiority right in the front, and I'm like, hey, I'm rocking the Soprano look. That's fine. And you know what's
he was like, he was 37 in the pilot.
Hey, I have more hair than Tony Soprano had. That's all I know. So now I'm whopping 43 and this shit started. So
that means he had been like 45 by the end. You're like, Jesus Christ.
So we were having that discussion the other day about how like if you go back to like the 70s and you look at guys who were playing basketball and stuff, they're like, I'm 22, and you're like, bro, you are 47. Like there's no like not just the hairline, like just the lines on your face. I'm like, and then like people were explaining that it's actually a whole thing where it's like men, when you go through certain trauma like war and activities like that, like you hit certain hormonal things that like your body ages immediately, and that's like when you get that tough sinewy like old man muscle and like hard rock bones and stuff,
right?
And like, well, my generation was the last one to have like that kind of shit happen, and then everybody's now soft. So it's like people aren't aging the same way. You're like, I'm 46. I'm like, you are 15 at the most. Like I would not serve you a drink. Is that, you know?
I got carded today for the first time in like a few years.
Yeah.
Like post-pandemic is the first time.
Listen, just give it a couple of years. Your son will start giving you gray hair, and people are like, "Oh, don't card that guy. He's an old man. Look at the sadness in his eyes. It's fine. You know, it'll work."
She was like rude about it too. She was like, "Can I see your ID?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Bro, I was ID'd just before the pandemic, and I was like, "For what?" He's like, "To buy cigarettes," and I'm like,
"Come on."
For who? I'm like, "What are you, crazy?" And he's just like, he goes, "I have to if you look under 30." And I'm like, "Well, thank you for that."
You're like, "Thanks." Yeah, are you trying to fuck me? Because it's working.
Very peculiar. At the same time, I'm like, I remember when I used to be a waiter back in my late teens, early 20s. And I'm like, I look back at how much booze I served, and I don't remember ever carding anyone. And I don't think anyone tried to pull a fast one on me because I'm like, no one ever had dared. Because I'm like, I would just totally be like, nah, I'm not giving you booze. You look like a child. And then at the same time, I'd serve a baby a beer and be like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. See what happens.
Bro, I was the worst. I was a cashier at a gas station and a bartender on 2 different stints. Where ID nobody? Look out of my face.
Hey, listen, I go by Greek rules. If you could pay for it, drink away. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Listen, that's just what. Live your life. Just live your life, okay? Don't, as long as you have money.
Also, when you consider like my generation and the younger generation, how much anxiety they have, like if they could muster up the like courage, which none of us can, to go up there and do something illegal.
Listen, I like the best part was like I remember when I was 15. So the legal age up here is 19 years old, right? Not like you animals where it's 21.
That's so weird.
It's insane. But
it should just be 18 across the board everywhere.
No,
if you ask me personally.
It should be whatever you want. You want to buy booze? Go feel free. Who cares? If you How many times have you
I
seen
think teenagers would drive drunk though. I do. I think they're more likely to drive
Good.
drunk.
And then they would die, and then we'd be rid of those stupid ones. That's
And
fine.
then they kill me, bro, and I'm awesome. Like,
You don't drive anywhere. You're fine. That's fine. It's but
that's all I do.
yeah, but in the middle of the day, come on, don't be ridiculous. Well, yeah, that's a good point. It's day drinking is fun. I'll give you that much.
My best friend got busted for in high school sophomore year because they caught him with vodka in his Sunny Delight bottles.
Ooh.
Like,
What was his mix? Was it like 50-50, like a legend, or was he like there's a
Ah.
splash of shit in there?
it has shit to do with me.
Who
Like,
taught him? What kind of fucking shit, fucking snitch do you teachers are, man? That's bullshit.
yeah, he had to go to a Catholic school after that. It was the craziest shit.
Bro,
His parents,
that's like
his parents were like that.
your punishment for drinking at school is now you're gonna get molested by priests. That's a horrible deal.
I used to give him shit for that too. I was like, your parents don't love you. You're getting me ass for it. He's like, don't talk about it.
Yeah, bro. Like that's yeah. You gotta go to Catholic school. You're like, you ain't getting an education. You're getting like an education. It's not. That is not what you want from your people.
Gonna learn today.
Yeah, you're gonna learn something.
Rice is just about done.
Oh, that's exciting.
A few more, maybe another 60 seconds.
All right. Oh, hey, we're good for time. Things are going well. Why don't you show us the pots that you're cooking in? Come on.
The miso soup.
The soup is souping. It's always good.
I love miso soup. Y'all like miso soup?
Sure, why not? And the rice is ricing.
And rice is not done. Water's gone.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna send you. I got my wife to remind me. We probably have an extra one here. I'll just bring it down. Not be ridiculous.
I mean, I'll probably get one. I just don't. Because I don't eat rice that much, to be honest with you.
Well, it's understandable, but you can also do other things in a rice cooker, like a giant pancake, which I have learned thanks to TikTok.
The only rice dish I don't like rice. The only rice dish I like is fried rice. That's it. If I'm honest.
You make it. All you have to do is start bringing in rice and making it the day before, and when you want to have a thing, and you'll be great. You'll be fine.
What?
You don't understand. It's fine.
You're 100% right. I don't understand.
It's called English. So.
All right. Next thing we're doing. The only fucking thing I could find was pre-cooked shrimp, so I'm gonna pop this into that soup real quick.
If anyone has a complaint for what we're doing today, just remember to report it to Sniffing Mood at 22. Hey, what's up, Mick G? Mick, we're making.
I don't think y'all understand.
Shrimp fried rice, and it is off the wall. It's just okay.
I get so excited when people complain. I'm like, you watched? That's awesome.
I mean, listen.
I'm so glad you're mad at me right now.
We appreciate all the support we can get. Oh, that's weird. Something just happened.
What just happened?
I don't know. You blinked out and then came back, so we're fine. Don't worry about it. Just keep it going.
All right. So next thing we're gonna do
Some
a little vegetable oil right in the fucking pan.
All right.
Get our fry going. Turn that pan up to like about 6 on mine. Now mine's out of 9. 6 out of 9. We get that ready. Get our eggs ready.
2 eggs just rolling on the stove, people. We are animals.
I don't really follow rules.
Well, you know what? That's what got you as a single father. That's fine. That's
Yeah, no. She was like, you got to do this. You got to do that. I was like, no, absolutely not.
See, Cole would have been the perfect person to use reverse psychology. Be like, no, I don't want you to get a job. You're like, no, I'm getting a job. Are you like that, Apple?
I don't think that would work. I'd be like,
well,
it feels hard.
You never know until people try, right?
reverse psychology doesn't work on me either because I'm very in my own lane.
Well,
People were like that. You're gonna go. That lane's on fire. I was like, I don't care. There's nobody in this lane.
like, I like it hot. Leave me alone. Let me live my life.
I'll get over when my car starts melting.
Yeah. Well, listen. That's what people have to understand is, independence is a thing. And you got to make sure that you do your thing. All right. Let me see.
This is just about ready. Now,
So
Victoria, go ahead. This is the most important, I guess, part of the process. Part of the process here. If you want a bitch, this is what I want to most know about because I always felt like this was the wrong part of the process. But go ahead.
All right. I'm not sure what's happening right now, but
Fucking eggshell. How the fuck I get in there?
I don't know. It's yeeted it out. That's fine. All right.
There we go. Get that in there. Gonna make 2 scoops because my brother's gonna eat 2. All right.
Okay.
You eat so much.
Yeah, I'm the size of a land monster, sir. Just don't judge me.
I'm gonna take a little bit of lemon juice and throw it in there. A little bit of garlic. Throw that in there. That's my own part of the recipe. Some of that
Fine.
oyster sauce.
All right.
I fucking love this shit. Oyster sauce. Oh my god, I could eat this out the jar.
That is true. It is delicious.
And the soy sauce.
Yeah. And mix it all up.
You kind of just let that fry up.
Hence the fried part of fried rice.
Hell yeah.
Listen, just remember to send complaints and he will happily accommodate. That's fine.
I'll laugh at you. I'll be like, you really think I give a shit?
The guy whose blade sliced the neck of the hockey player who died last week has just been charged with manslaughter. Jesus Christ.
What?
Nick, we're cooking here. Don't stop trying to make it so heavy, man.
Why would he get charged with manslaughter?
I don't know. Because he's rich. That's why.
It's the game. It's a hockey game.
Well, it's called, knives on ice. So, like, realistically, that's if
Jesus, I didn't know it was called that.
On the ice, it's only reasonable. There was a lot of fluid in there, but okay.
It'll all cook out.
It'll all cook out. And tonight's menu looks. Mick T says tonight's menu looks nice. Okay. Number one, I think he's lying to us, but that's okay. It does look edible, people.
A little bit of that in there. Now, this is my favorite part of the dish.
Sriracha. Oh, chili garlic.
Chili sauce.
Chili sauce.
It's the Chinese garlic chili sauce. This shit is fucking spicy, bro.
It makes things pop. Hey, Joey's here. What's up, Joey at Square Table Degenerates? We are making shrimp fried rice, and we're waiting for complaints. Just because, well, in all honesty, this is our 10th episode, and Cole has proceeded to use steel spatulas on Teflon things, which, that's definitely going to have an effect, but, that's okay. It's the United States. You guys have healthcare. Oh, wait, you do not.
It's extra flavor.
Sriracha is Scott Ween's Labradoodle. That is a unique statement. Oh, right, sir. Mick T and Joey are saying hello. They're probably going to touch each other's wieners at some point. Maybe they have already. Who knows? Joey did travel. So more vegetable oil because what we need is more.
I just start sizzling up.
We have
We'll be
massive,
in good
massive
shape.
chunks of onion. We have shrimp. Put some weed butter on that MFer. I believe
Wow, it's so good.
that. Well, listen. I feel like you know what you need. You need to hook up with a proper like dairy farmer to get like top tier butter. And let's see, is Clay going to be one of these with my recipes for weed butter? I mean, I think we should, but we'll
I'm
see.
down. I ain't got no problem with it.
We'll start baking cookies as well. Because Joey, well, last time I was at Joey's place, I had 9 cookies. I almost died. It was delicious, but he didn't offer any non-wheat cookies, so I believe it's his fault.
I can't argue with that logic, honestly.
Well, listen, you should have cookies and then weed cookies as well, because we all know once you have weed cookies, you're going to want more cookies. So when the only option is more, I just kept on eating because I'm a fatso. In my heart, not so much in my belly anymore, but hey, what are we going to do?
That's so good. Needs a little more soy sauce.
All right. And that is a little more soy sauce. So I have been in situations where all I had to eat is edibles. I mean, listen,
Why?
you gotta eat.
Sell the edibles and make money for the food.
Well, listen, sometimes you just have to.
All right. That's about ready.
Joey says soy sauce for the boy toss. That is definitely not what we're doing here, but hey, you know, I try not to judge.
Me right now.
That is just a giant. I mean, if people
What?
didn't complain about the recipe, they're definitely going to complain about the plating. Joey swaps calories for cannabis. Fair deal. LOL. Mick T, you are onto something, sir.
Boom.
All right. Record time. All right. You gonna put another dish or just the one?
Yeah, that's it. I can put it on a plate if you want, but why?
I don't know. You gonna send me a picture?
Man, give me a second.
Use your other phone. Oh, all right. He just disappeared. So I'm on my own, people. What we're doing is we're waiting for him to come back. In the meantime, we're going to talk to us. This has been saying no to interviews. Today were Carmelo Anthony and Jackie Harry. I don't know who either of those are, but that's disappointing. Why? Do they think they're that important? That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Let's see here. We're waiting for a picture from Mr. Cole Clayton. That should be coming through shortly. There we go. There we go. Bear with me, everyone. And let's see here. Hopefully Cole is coming back. He is also very drunk at this point. So this is the final cup o shrimp fried rice is what we're eating here. And that is it, people. So it has turned out quite well. Now we're just waiting for Cole to get his review of how it tastes, because that is what we do here. So thanks, guys, for showing up. We really appreciate that. Oh boy. And let's see. Let me ask him, you coming back? Oh, there we go. And hi, Cole. How are you, sir?
Good. This is good. It's really hot, but it's really good.
Very hot. Well, there's the picture, everyone. So you can see, there you go. It's a great picture too as well, Cole. Thank you very much. And the food is edible. So, any other comments or statements there, Mr. Clayton?
Could be spicier, but other than that, it's solid.
Could be spicier. Listen, just so you know, everybody, as long as it's edible and delicious, that's what matters. All right.
It's so good. I wish I had yum yum sauce.
I'm sure
Is
I know.
Is that an American thing?
I don't know. I need
Is
my wife.
Victoria watching? I want to ask her. Is Yum Yum sauce a Chinese thing or an American?
She is watching, but she doesn't. She tries not to interact with you. What was this? Would you fuck a chick named Katarina?
Mhm. Sure.
Yeah, why not? Not a bad name.
I'd fuck most women.
There's
The
listen,
name's not the deal breaker.
absolutely not. It's usually the face. The face for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weight size.
No, listen. That's just because you're too big for your britches, sir. Realistically, is there a name of a chick you wouldn't fuck?
No.
I'm married, so I'm stuck with one name. That's how that works. It's really any girl with any name doesn't work for me.
I dated a girl named Logan one time.
Arena.
Dog arena.
That is absolutely horrific. But thank you, McT. We appreciate your contribution. Yeah, I'm not sure what Yum Yum sauce is. Is it a brand?
It's a sauce. I don't know. It's sold with most Chinese food. It's like
You're gonna make me
I don't know, an orange mayonnaise almost. It's tasty.
Yum Yum sauce. It looks like
It's creamy.
all right. I don't know what that is. That's fine. It looks like it's a branded thing, but it really just looks like spicy mayo.
That's pretty much what it is.
Oh, hey. I don't know if we have it in here.
It always felt like it wasn't Chinese. I'm like, it's good, but I'm like, they don't have mayonnaise in China.
Yes,
they probably do now, but that's not. It didn't originate there.
No. There's a really remember, mayonnaise is just eggs and oil, right? It's not that complex, right? And if
but mayonnaise was like either Italian or American, like for sure. Like it's just fat people. That's some fat people shit.
Now I'm gonna have to Google it. So thank you for that. Origin.
It is. That's a French name, mayonnaise, but mayonnaise. But actually, it's probably French.
Culinary historians, mayonnaise was first prepared by a French chef in 1756 as part of a victory feast for capturing the Port Mahon, located on the island of Minorca, Spain. So, if you ever have mayonnaise, you are celebrating the French's victory over Spain, which I'm all for.
Did you know that I think it was like April 12th or something like that, the Titanic sank, and they were supposed to deliver a bunch of like Heinz maybe, or maybe Hillman's, I don't know, mayonnaise to Mexico. But they didn't find out that the ship had sank, that the Titanic had sank until May 5th. So they like made that day Cinco de Mayo.
I hate you so much. Joey says,
I can't help it.
Is my gay Vietnamese porn name? Let's say it's not a porn name. It's just a Saturday night name because you're a slut. Spain could be taken over by like 25 guys. That's because they're very short. That's fine. Mayonnaise is mayo. Mayo is Spanish. Mayonnaise
is not Spanish. It's French for sure.
Mayonnaise is like literally the way that half of the Mediterranean says it. So I love how Joey's like, I'm a man of the world. He's not a man of the world. If you ask him, he's like, oh, I'm a Bohemian Czech Republic is where my family's from, like 1,000 years ago, right? There's no connection. He's like, oh, I'm European. You're like, no, you're not. You're barely American. You're some sort of Neanderthal that's been given housing. Okay, just be happy you don't live in a cave.
I think his family like rode in on the tinfoil like rooftop that was dragged behind the Mayflower. Is my family.
So. Yeah, exactly. That's bro. It was 118 years ago. Yeah, that you know what that means? You're American. That's it. You have no lineage outside of America, sir. That's just period. All you have is a weird name. That's all. That's all you get. So, I claim to be American. I never said I was old school European. You're definitely not old school anything. You're
not even old school American.
Burnout. You're a new school burnout, is what you are, sir.
Right. So you like to smoke weed. That's not old school shit.
That is not. And if anything, you give shit to old people who are like, weed's for degenerates, and you're like, yeah, I'm you can do about it, which is hilarious. What can you do? Anyways,
while we're on the topic of funny porn names, isn't it weird that Magic Johnson got AIDS? Just a thought.
It's surprising that he used that name for basketball, but that's
Right.
just, like it's a great name. And there are a lot of jobs that could have gone to. That's the first time this week Cole's finger smell of fish without finger dabbing a hooker. Well, that's fine. They're called
Fair
ladies
point.
and would have been a
Fair
great
point.
developer for Atari Corp in California circa 1982.
Hey, lot lizards need love too.
What? That I love how, you know what? The one thing I do love is people who are enthusiasts about marijuana are always like, I would have been perfect for this job in a time that I wasn't alive. And you're like, what? Why is that a thing? It's not. And they're like, I would have been perfect. Just because they smoke weed doesn't mean you're actually employable. Let's just keep that in mind. Anyways, I have never seen a lot lizard. That's because you're a military man, sir. They don't those just
It's a pandemic in Texas.
what? Oh, you mean lot lizards?
Hmm.
I believe they're called anacondas, but okay.
I knew some of them personally. Not like I didn't have sex with any of them, but I knew them. Like I knew them outside of their day job or night job, however you look at it.
Day, night, doesn't matter. Whenever you. Okay. Anyways, well, this has been Shrimp Fried Rice. Remember to send all complaints to Cole Clayton because
Caucasian fried rice.
Caucasian fried rice with shrimp. That's what we're gonna call it. Anyways, you can follow me at Dino the Genetic Marvel. You can follow him at sniffingglue_22 on YouTube, sniffingglue22 everyone else in America. We call them traffic circles, not roundabouts. They're still called roundabouts. You just give things weird names, sir. But that has been Hammered in Cheese, episode 10. We will be back next week with some other crazy idea because, let's be honest, this is just fun as shit. And also, it's how we support Cole's drinking problem. Anything else?
It is. No, I think that's it.
All
We'll
right.
go finish off that drinking problem.
I like it. Have a great night, everybody, and we will see you next week.